That's right, it's Nameco doing the waiver wire. You're getting bonus Nameco all this week because Dustin thought he was too good to shoot any videos this week, so he left it to me. And we're doing the week 12 waiver wire. And I know you normally see Dustin here, but same thing goes. But first, let's talk about ProjectorPeople.com. Thank you for sponsoring this video. I was actually at a buddy's place watching the games, so we're actually in Red Zone, of course, and he had one of the projectors. It is just an experience. If you got a man cave or even want to do it outside or something nuts like that, check out ProjectorPeople.com. They're absolutely fantastic. You know, they got lifetime techs that go with it. You know, if you want to do a projector, they're who to go. They're certified to do it. ProjectorPeople.com. Again, thank you. So just a reminder, just like Dustin, I'm shooting this on Monday, so the game's actually going on right now. So if there's a big injury in it, they're not going to be on this list, so note that. And also, as Dustin wanted me to point out, because he did write the list, I'll give him that. It's in order of how Dustin would pick up these guys when you're looking at Fab Money or in waiver wire, how you should be picking them up. But as always, as you know, we start with Nameco's pickup of the week, and that's P. Ryan for the Washington Redskins. And obviously, he's going to be on there, right? He's only owned in 35% of leagues, which is kind of crazy because we said kind of scoop him last week, so I don't know why you didn't. So if you did, good for you. If you didn't, now's the time to get him, right? Kelly's all kind of banged up. Thompson broke his leg. He's going to be done for the year. And P. Ryan had 23 rushes for 117 yards last week and a score. While he's not great catching out of the backfield, it's a volume play, and the Redskins do have a good offense and a bad defense, which means lots of points. So P. Ryan's the type of guy that could be that X factor to win your league. So pickup of the week, P. Ryan. All right, let's go into those running backs. And I'm going to highlight a few of these guys in and out. First one I want to highlight is obviously Danny Woodhead. I got to do my boy Dustin justice. I know he's in here, but I know he's excited about Woodhead. Got activated off the IR last week, going in 50% of the leagues. And these are based on 0.5 rankings, but especially in PPR, you got to love Woodhead moving forward. You got to scoop him. He's going to get the touches. Next on the list at 10% owned is Booker. Booker that I'm going to talk about, not on the list. The list, again, it's in order. So want to talk about Booker. Only owned in 10% of leagues, which he should be owned in more, right? If CJ Anderson goes down, he's going to have a big role. He got 19 touches last week, and his touches keep going up and up and up and up. So due to that, Booker is a guy that you should be looking at in deep leagues, 10% only. Right now, if you're carrying like 2 kickers for some crazy reason or a terrible tight end and you have Kelsey, drop that tight end, grab Booker, hope for an injury, and that's what you're looking to do here. Next on the list I want to talk about is Williams for the Green Bay Packers. I know they didn't score, and how much do they miss Aaron Rodgers? My goodness. But Williams should be still handling the bulk of the touches. 65% of leagues he's owned in, that should be 100 at this point. He got 22 touches last week. He did all right with them. So I know Ty Montgomery's still in the mix, but Williams, again, 12, 14 team leagues, there's no reason why this guy's on the wire. All right, let's talk about that FanDuel winner. I was in first place after the 1 o'clock games, a little salty, but the FanDuel winner is QDDE Sales 711. Congratulations, you're going to get your t-shirt. You got the cash. Make sure you sign up again this week. And then we're going to do, just to remember, for the FanDuel show, it's going to be the Sunday games only. So obviously, happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day. I'm not going to be going over the Thursday games for those. All right, as I move over to wide receivers, I want to talk about another Washington Redskin, and that's Doxson. He's owned in 30% of leagues, and that should go up. Terrell Pryor has done nothing. He's terrible, whatever. The Redskins don't even care about him. They care about Crowder, who's obviously he's highly owned, so I'm not talking about him. But Doxson at 30%, with all the snaps he's getting, and again, bad defense, good offense, means that Doxson's going to start seeing more and more targets, and he looks good. Now, granted, he's missing a lot of these 50-50 balls. I'm in Washington, D.C. area, so they're killing him all the time. But they are giving him the shot at those. He could break out and have some monster games here towards the end of the year. Next receiver I want to talk about is Matthews for the Buffalo Bills. Benjamin avoided the tear in his knee, but he got carted off. It didn't look good. He is going to miss time. And he could miss at least 4 or 5 weeks. I would not be shocked at all at that. So over that time, Matthew being owned to 25% deep leagues, you got to be looking at grabbing him. Last I want to talk about is Inman for the Chicago Bears. He's only owned in 15% of leagues. Since coming over, he's averaged 6.5 targets in those games. I know the Bears don't throw it a lot, but they do obviously. They look at him. He's pseudo the number 1. If he's already getting that many targets after 2 weeks, he is in line, coming up soon here for an 8, 9, 10 kind of target week. So in deep leagues, wide receiver 3 certainly going to be on that radar. As we move to quarterbacks, the first guy I want to talk about, I picked up and he worked well in my 2 QB league, and that's Blaine Gabbert. That's right, 5% only owned. He's probably going to start again week 12. He looked great. He threw for 3 touchdowns in week 11. But week 12, a little bit tougher. He's got Jacksonville, so obviously that doesn't excite you. But if you have some quarterback issues, 2 QB leagues, you're probably going to want to scoop him. Maybe not even start him this week, but he could be the starter the rest of the way. That's absolutely possible. And then deep leagues, dynasty leagues, keeper leagues, you know, 2 quarterback leagues. Let's take a look at Paxton Lynch, right? The former first rounder of the Denver Broncos, only owned in 5% of leagues. They didn't officially say he's the starter next week, but he's going to start, right? And he's going to play Oakland, and Oakland gets carved up by defense fields or offensive all the time now, so it's a good week to start the young man. So let's see what he does. And again, keeper dynasty, you might want to take a look on him. And keeper, I say, if it's a 2 quarterback league, 1 quarterback leagues, don't worry about him. All right, let's talk about those tight ends. First one, Olsen has to be picked up, right? He was on the IR. He's set to return. He is going to play week 12. He's only owned in 75% of leagues. He 100% after this week needs to be owned in all 100% of leagues. So right now, and don't look at the transaction trends because he's not going to get picked up in time because he's already owned in 75% of leagues. Type in his name, see if he's available, and if he is, you are welcome because you got a stud tight end the rest of the way. The other guy I got to talk about, and Dustin wanted to make sure I definitely talk about Ricky Seals-Jones. For the Arizona Cardinals, he scored 2 touchdowns last week, only owned in 5% of leagues. Of course, that's a little bit fluky. We're not expecting 2 touchdowns every week. But, you know, a lot of people say, I got it, you know, all these guys are owned in my league. So if you're in a deep league and you need a tight end, here's a guy to maybe look at. And last, I'm moving to defenses. Cincinnati Bengals, owned in 45% of leagues. I love them as a pickup and play. You know why? Who are they playing? Obviously, the Browns. That's what I always talk about. I love this in my FanDuel shows. Dustin obviously loves in a waiver. If you're playing the Browns and you're a halfway decent defense, you like to pick them up and try to play them and try to start them. And again, it helps even more that they're at home. So that's the waiver wire, Dustin. I hope I did you justice. You know, it's a little bit tougher. You get, you know, you don't get me set up with a nice studio and the desk and all that. You get all those cool things and you're leaving me out here to dry. But you know what, guys? A lot more name code coming this week. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you not once, but 2 more times this week. Early happy Thanksgiving.